Hey, my name is Rhonda. Some of you might recall the work I did around trying to stop the use of sodium hydroxide in Thunder Bay's water. When I first got wind that they were going to use a chemical to act as a band aid to deal with our lead infrastructure problem, I was really concerned and I wanted to stop it. I wanted to ask Mayor Hobbs questions before it went forward. I was way over my head, but I started to create citizen action. I started a petition online and offline. I created a group called Thunder Bay Water Watch. I went to the press. And this petition did go to try to stop the sodium hydroxide, went to the Ministry of Environment and to the city. Well, we all know the disastrous results from that project. And many of you are still dealing with that now. I'm coming to you today with another subject that is close to my heart, and that's just the whole city of Thunder Bay lead infrastructure. 100 years ago, our forefathers put this system down, and surely in 2021, we have the technology to replace the lead. In fact, I think it's London, Ontario is lead free, and of course, just south of us in Flint, Michigan, they had a real problem, and they have replaced all of the lead. They're lead free as well, and the citizens didn't have to pay a cent. They even got a donation, I believe, from Elon Musk, which is very interesting. Maybe he would take on Thunder Bay as a charitable cause also. And it's really worth it because lead is incredibly toxic and it accumulates in the body. So even if you get the standard blood test to check your levels of lead, it's not necessarily accurate. Lead stores in the bones and the organs and leads to really disastrous health problems. If we could just do what these other cities have done and replace our lead infrastructure, Thunder Bay would have the best water in the world. It would be world-class water at a time when water is so precious. The house that I lived in previously, eventually we dug our lead water pipe out by hand. It was a short pipe, and so it wasn't that big of a deal. The house that I'm living in currently has it was practically a 90-foot water line. So it was just impossible to dig it up. I wanted to tell you about the city has a incentive program right now. So they offer a interest-free loan of $3,000 that goes towards replacing your water line. So we took advantage of that. And I just want to tell you how incredible that project has been. I was dealing at the city with a man named Jeff Track. He's a wonderful person. He's got a great heart and blue eyes like a wolf, smart guy, a real hero, if you ask me, dealing with the city's infrastructure issues. The city was just fantastic. And I also worked with Superior Water Solutions. That's Ernie Rollison and his team of merry men. It was absolutely marvelous. They come completely self-equipped. They just like a circus. A huge team of people show up and descended on the house. And in one day, they replaced this basically 90-foot water line. Ernie has this fantastic equipment. He calls it a ditch witch. So instead of having to literally dig the property up to replace this long old 90-foot line, they're able to, I believe it's called hydraulic drilling. They're able to push the line through the earth. It's phenomenal. And his whole team was so delightful and so professional. They don't stop until they get the job done. But it was done in one day. That whole ordeal that could have taken, in the past, it would have taken many, many people working and digging. But this team was phenomenal. We couldn't be more thrilled. And I really want to encourage people to consider taking the loan to change out their lead pipes and to consider hiring Ernie and his team to do the job. It's literally the best thing that I've done. It's the gift that keeps giving. When I turn the water on, every single time I can completely feel the difference between the water that came out of the lead pipe and the water that comes out of this beautiful new copper line. it's going to make a world of difference in the health of my family, and it's something that I know is going to benefit future generations. So I hope this encourages all of you to consider changing your old lead pipes and enjoying all the benefits. Thanks for listening.